This is the Lockpicking Newbie, and today is Lotto Lock Tuesday. And what we have for Lotto Lock Tuesday is this Brady Abus green nylon Lotto Lock. I don't know if Brady is a brand of Abus, but they're pretty open about the fact this is an Abus. It says 7140 on it. The key says Abus on it, and once we get it open, once we get it apart, you'll see that even the keyway says Abus, spells Abus. So we've got a nice working Lotto lot here. It's got some interesting characteristics to it, and we'll get into that as we go. Okay, I'm going into the top of the keyway. And I always try to back it out a little bit when I do that, just to make sure I'm not riding on the on pin 1. All right, pin 1 is binding. Got a little bit of a noise off of it, but let me see if I can get it deeper. All right, well, hopefully that'll do. Using a number 1 hook in 25 thousandths. Okay, pin 2 is springy. Little click off of 3. 4 is springy. Little noise out of 5. And a nice click on 6. Back to the beginning. 2 is firm. Click and a little bit of motion in the core. 3 is nowhere to be found. 4 is firm. We'll click on 5, 6 is still set. All right, I'm gonna just hit number 1 again and make sure we're down where we need to be. Okay. We're in a little bit of a false set, so let's see if we can get set some spools here. I'm on 2, a little bit of counter rotation. All right, that might be an overset. We'll just play along here. 3 is way down there. 4, a little bit of counter, and deeper into the false set. A little bit more core motion on 5, still working 5, got some counter. Alright, well, we're not getting anything out of that, so back to 6. Feels like there we go, got a little click out of 6 and some more movement in the core. Back out to 2. Nothing there. 3 feels pretty good. 4 feels okay. 5 is way down there, and then let's see if we can get something on 6. There we go. And we're open. All right, not too bad. I will tell you, I have been practicing with these things for hours. This came to me in a 6-pack. They are lockout tagout locks. Unfortunately, they are all keyed the same. I don't understand that. If I do get some Abus pins, I'll repin them. But even though they're keyed the same, they are providing plenty of practice. I mean, clearly a lockout tagout. I can't think of any scenario where you would want them keyed the same. All right, but then again, I'm a newbie, so, you know, what the heck do I know? Okay, I've got my 3D printed pinning tray. It's a Phillips screw holding the body together. This is a really nice lock. The material feels like it's high quality. It is guttable, which is very nice. And of course, if you're a newbie, there we go. It's guttable, and it completely comes apart in your hand like that. So that's fun. I have gutted one of these once, but nice spot, you know, solid body, although it is some sort of nylon plastic. Shackle comes right out. And here's the core. I'll go ahead and lock it again. You might not be able to see, but it does spell the word ABIS. So it's a really weird core, and it actually makes it rather difficult to pick. It looks like it's a wide open core. The problem is that this, the tip of the A has a tendency to grab my pick. And then all of these other little wards, even though they're not completely in the way, just make it weird. And if I use a regular tension wrench, like we normally do, it's too low and it gets in the way. And if I do go bottom of the keyway, when I lever the pick off of the wrench, it moves the wrench and it's all bad. So what I can do is up in the top of the A, let's get a focus here. Right up in the top point of the A is a little snag there, and I can get the wiper insert right in the top of the A, and it provides nice tension. So that's your tip for how to tension the ABIS keyway. All right, what are we doing here? We're gonna gut this guy. Got my quick set remover tool. Glad to report I did not launch the core across the room. There's my key, here we go. All right, failed to get my shim out, but I'm gonna use this shim, why the heck not? These cores have like a little groove around the back end, and why not just go ahead and give yourself take a few seconds and get a shim. Get this guy in there. The ABIS locks pick different from the American and Master locks for sure. The clicks are louder, and you do have to be, I will call it assertive, with making sure you get the click all the way. All right, we got 6 pins. Okay, that was 2, then 1, although I think these might be the same anyway. 3, 4, 5, 6. Just a nice little chrome plated core. I mean, compare this to the Master 410 brass core. I mean, why chrome plate a LOTO? All right, I am back at pin 6 in the Bible. That's a spool. Spool and a spring. Five is a spool. Got a little frog in my throat. 4 is a spool. 3 is a spool. I think the springs are the same, I don't know. And I'll just tell you that the tensioning method is critical to success, and then also the technique for setting the pins is so different from American locks. If you sit around and practice on American locks and then try to do one of these cold, you'll be all out of calibration. Okay, so that's all the pins in there. Okay, guys, so here we have it. Let me just make it a prettier tableau. So all the key pins are plain, and then we have a mix of spools Ooh. Well, for a second there, I thought this was a mushroom. And then we have a standard pin in pin 1 and spools every place else. And then the other tip for getting these ABIS locks is if you don't get pin 1 or wherever the standard driver is, forget it. You could hack at it for an hour and you would not get the lock open. So for the ABIS 7240s, the 64 Ti, I expect the 81 or whatever, 80 something Ti's, these LOTO locks, you're just not getting anywhere until you find the standard pin and set it. In this case, it was in pin 1. Okay, so that is our LOTO Lock Tuesday. Thank you to everyone for participating in the channel. This is the Lockpicking Newbie. Have a good day.